choosing no longer to remember.
That's right.
And I think that's getting to what Worthington was kind of talking about in this. Remember, it happened objectively, but by the time you get to this process, all that you're remembering is that you chose to forgive.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And the hard part of that is actually giving somebody permission to do it again. Now, we spend a lot of time talking about, I mean, this is healthy psychology. We will build boundaries. We will protect ourselves. I often just kind of whisper to people, show me that in scripture.
Yeah.
I get it from psychology,
Yeah.
but in scripture, Jesus doesn't say, okay, you did that. You're forgiven, but I'll never give you permission to do it again.
He's vulnerable all the way through.
Boom.
Yeah.
You dropped another hand grenade right there.
We worship a God who is vulnerable to stiff-necked people. Not vulnerable in the sense that God can be hurt by us physically, but vulnerable in the sense that he doesn't then gate off the community and hang out in there.
That's right. And I wonder, when you say that God cannot be hurt by us, he is an emotional being.
Okay.
Genesis 6, early on, it says this, and God grieved that he ever made man. Grieving is hurting.
Fair point. You're right.
And so God is an emotional being, but that doesn't mean like us. Often when we get overwhelmed with emotion, it controls our behavior in a negative way. God is an emotional being, but he is not controlled in a way that makes him dangerous to us because he's emotional. Can I jump ahead as we kind of put some closure on this?
Yeah.
And I was taken the other day as I was reading through John 18. You'll be moving in this direction if you guys, are you still going like chapter by chapter?
At this point now, since the story has advanced to Easter, I'll be focusing on the Passion during the week of Holy Week. So I'll have to be doing chapter by chapter there because, it's now, 10 chapters that are devoted just to that one week. So
that'd be a long church service if you preach all the way through that.
Yeah. So I'm going to preach resurrection. So chapter 20 and 21, I'm going to preach those for 4 Sundays, Easter and beyond. So that's how I'll do that.
So let me kind of talk just for a moment about the arrest of Jesus in John 18. And I want to play off what you said earlier about Jesus knowing. So can we go to John 18, verse 4?
Right there.
Jesus, now I'm reading from the New International Version.
Go ahead.
Jesus, knowing all that was going to happen to him, so stop. Could you imagine us, if we knew everything that was going to happen, we would keep it from happening, or we wouldn't go there.
Yeah.
Jesus knows, and he goes anyway. Went out and asked them, and these are the soldiers coming to arrest him, who is it that you want? And they say this, Jesus of Nazareth. And then Jesus's words, I am he, Jesus said. And Judas the traitor was standing with them. That's vitally important. That Judas is right here hearing all this conversation. He's actually the one bringing the soldiers to Jesus. It doesn't get worse than this. This is betrayal at its worst. When Jesus said, I am he, they drew back and fell to the ground. I wish we had about 20 minutes to talk about what does this phrase, I am he, mean? Because it's actually the Old Testament equivalent of I am that I am. He is making a declaration, I am God, and his betrayers, soldiers and Judas, fall down. Again, he asked them, who is it that you want? And they said, Jesus of Nazareth. I told you, I am he, Jesus answered. And then he says this, if you are looking for me, let these men go. Now, this is a second time, apologies for this, for your listeners. I'm being kind of a Greek geek.
Oh, go ahead.
when this word, let these people go, the word let is a very simple Greek word with a profound meaning. It is the word aphiemi, and it's actually the word used for forgive. Jesus is saying, let them go, but let them go and to do what they're going to be doing. Judas, Peter will very soon deny them. And the other gospels tell us all of these disciples were scattered.
Yeah.
Let them go. Jesus, knowing what's going to take place, has already forgiven them.
Wow.
I'm going to be deeply spiritual when I say this. That is not me, but that's who I want to be. I want to be able to look at people and love them, not if they love me back, but even if they do end up betraying me,
And knowing
I'm already planning in advance to forgive them for that. I'm not reactionary, I'm proactive in forgiveness. I read that in John, and I must tell you, I fell to my knees because that's not where I am, but I want to take Jesus at his word.
It changes the tenor of that whole conversation he has with them.
Doesn't it?
It really
Doesn't
does. It changes it. My reading of that initially would be, I think, what everyone would be. Go ahead and let them go. Take me. I don't want them arrested.
Right.
But no, he wants them let go for what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm running the kingdom, Chris, I'll tell you what, first thing I'd take away is free will, because I know human beings are going to do stupid stuff.
Yeah.
But God's running this universe, and he does give you the right, or at least the option, to hurt me. And I'm hoping that he empowers me to forgive you. And both of us through that act will be radically transformed to look like Jesus.
Yeah. And then maybe one day you can go to someone and say, oh, you're having that problem. Check out this scar. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Dave, this is beyond what I'd hoped for our conversation. Just wonderful. Thank you so much for this time, as always.
Well, thanks for the way you're leading the church. I'm not sure if your listeners realize this, but the last church that I went and taught in was your church right before COVID hit.
Yeah.
And I've watched you over the last year, because that's right where we are, over the last year. And you guys have actually taken, if you will, the bitter pill that COVID's given to us and said, we're taking this online, we're taking this to small groups. We will still be readers and practitioners of the word, even though it's not convenient. So thanks for letting me watch you guys at work.
All right, brother. Well, take care. I hope Indiana treats you well. We'll see you soon.
Take care, Chris. Bye-bye.